In the Statement of Comprehensive Income, dito, pinapakita yung performance ng business for a given period of time. Hindi katulad ng financial position na pinapakita is yung balances as of that period, as of certain period, starting from the beginning of the operation of the business. Ito naman for a given period of time. Pwede siyang annual na from January 1 to December 31 or quarterly or semi-annually or monthly. It summarizes the revenues earned and expenses incurred for and that period and communicates to the users its profitability status for a one-year operation. If the revenues exceeds the expenses of the business, then yun ay profit. Vice versa, kung mas mataas yung expense kaysa sa income, siya ay loss. A comprehensive income statement includes other line items discussed only in higher year. In higher year, yan na yung mga interest income, interest expense, yung other comprehensive income o CI, no? Sa higher year pa yan. For this module, our discussion will focus mainly on the results of the operation of the agency. So, yung discussion kanina, so ay makikita naman natin na merong portion, merong dong column na Statement of Comprehensive Income or the income statement. Dito, familiarize yourself again. Meron tayo ulit heading, the name, the document title, tsaka yung period covered. Yan, may mga expenses. Bakit gumilid to? Natab lang yan siguro kasi baka yung format ba na move lang. Pero dapat dire-diretso yan. Makikita nyo meron dito depreciation tapos may uncollectible accounts. Itong expense, itong 15, ayan. Tumalon-talon. Tamo insurance expense na sakop niya dalawang value. So, move nyo lang yan pababa. Move lang pababa. Nung PDF ay nagkagulo. Well, anyway, the net operating income of the agency is 1,409,000, which is tax inclusive. If the applicable income tax rate will be deducted, then the most amount derived is the net income. Yan. Sa sunod na statement, yung statement of financial position, since na-compute mo na kung ikaw ay net loss or net gain, net income, i-add mo yon or i-deduct mo sa equity. Sa statement of financial position, it is a statement that measures the financial position of the business in terms of asset, liability, and owner's equity. It shows the resources, which is the assets, employed by the business first, followed by the claim of the creditors or the liabilities against the assets, and then the claim of the owner or called the capital. The statement of financial position, otherwise known as balance sheet, indicates liquidity and solvency status of the business. The items in this statement are measured and represented and presented in conformity with the requirements of PAS and PFRS. It is also presented in two formats. Pwede siyang vertical, yung dire-diretso pababa, or horizontal na left side is asset, liability, equity, ay asset lang yung left side. Tapos sa right side mo is liability and equity. Pag ganun kasi parang balance yung iyong um, financial statement, financial balance. Okay, liquidity refers to the ability of the business to settle the currently maturing obligation. Kapag solvency, yung non-current liabilities still remain to the business. Kung naiisip mo na um, uh, kung ang mataas ang iyo ay current asset, kasi 'di ba? Within the operating period and currently siya na payable, no? Tapos malaki din ang iyong current yung iyong accounts receivable malaki din. So liquid ka. Kasi mas mataas yung iyong current uh, receivables kaysa sa iyong account payables sa mga liabilities mo na current. So, magagamitin nyo naman yan sa management. Ang importante lang dyan, kapag liquidity, ang tinutukoy dyan is yung mga current assets, current liability. Kapag solvency is yung yung non-current liab and yung mga konti na lang yung equity, pero more on siya, yung non-current liabilities. And then, the statement of financial position. So, yan yung example ng horizontal. Sa left side mo is assets. Hiwalay ang current sa non-current. Tapos liab. Okay. Yan. Sa owner's equity, pinakita na yung breakdown. Pero, minsan inihiwalay ko yan. Kasi, kapag nakita agad ng ganyan, so nakikita agad ng mga users na, ay, ang minidro niya ay maliit lang pala. Tapos parang alam ba, walang mystery. Wala doon yung simplicity na ang kailangan lang sa balance sheet is yung ano ba yung balanse ng mga major accounts. Eh hindi naman gano'n ka-major yung itong mga to. Kasi itong withdrawal makikita sa notes. Yung net profit makikita sa statement of financial position performance pala, 'di ba? Statement of changes in equity. It presents the different elements that affect the equity of the owners during a particular period. It also shows the changes in the equity structure of the entity as it increases when at a profit and decreases when the business posted a loss or when additional investment and temporary withdrawal are made by the owners. So, yon yung movement ng capital, simple lang. Ano ba yung naging changes sa capital o sa equity? Nung kumita ba, syempre, papasok yan sa equity. Kung lugi, papasok yan sa equity. Nakapag-withdraw ba yung owner? Nag-additional investment ba siya? Naging from sole proprietor ba? Meron bang intention maging partnership? So, lalagyan mo ng konting note kasi it will take changes para sa equity. So, memo ng ganon. Pero importante dyan, yung computation na ito nasa taas. Yan. Diba? Kung ano yung nasa taas, ito yung halos din nandito. Meron kang, again, ang heading mo is your name, your document, tapos yung date or yung period covered. So, kapag equity, ay siya, para siyang financial position na as of. Ay, for the year din pala siya. Hindi, as of din ito eh. As of din ito. Kasi, halimbawa, 2021 ngayon, nag-start yung business mo ng 2019. Yung 2019, ipe-present mo din niya sa changes. Pati yung changes ng 2020. For transparency na din kasi yun nga makikita yung history kung kumikita ba, kung kumikita yung business, nakakapag-withdraw ba yung sole proprietor. Closing journal entries. Sa closing journal entries again, ang sinasarhan natin is yung temporary accounts or the nominal accounts, yung nasa mga income statement. Closing entries are journal entries that close balances of nominal or temporary accounts using income summary account. The income summary account is ultimately closed to a real account, which is the capital. Closing entries make the balances of all temporary accounts equal to zero in preparation for the next accounting period. The close means to debit all credits and credit all debits. As we go on the closing procedure, we will be closing the books of the agency. So, nung kumita ka, di ba, increase in sales, meron kang credit. Para ma-zero out mo siya, i-debit mo yung iyong sales. So, ang effect sa income summary ay credit. Nang meron kang expenses, lahat ng expenses mo, naka-normal balance sila na debit. Ibabalik ta rin mo, no, para ma-zero out mo yung mga expenses. So, i-credit mo yung mga expenses related to the transfer. Or, related to the period. Hindi siya transfer. Magnapunta ako sa transfer. Yan, di ba ang dami? Tumalon-talon lang yung mga yan, pero isang linya yan. Tapos, kapag nakuha mo yung balanse ng income summary, kung ano man yung balanse nun, kung yun ang balanse ay credit, ibig sabihin kumita ka. Pero kung debit, lugi yung iyong business. So, dito sa example, naka-credit balance yung iyong income summary. So, para ma-close mo yung income summary, i-debit mo siya. Ang iyong counterpart is the capital account. Yan. Yung drawing account din, i-close din siya. No? Para ang nakalabas lang sa nakalabas lang sa balance sheet mo is yung capital. So, after the closing entries are correctly posted to their respective accounts in the ledger, these accounts will have zero balances. Before moving on the next step of the accounting cycle, important guidelines must be considered. Only temporary or nominal accounts are closed, and permanent or real accounts are not. Closing entries are recognized as are recorded in the general journal. Closing entries are posted in the general ledger. Closing entries are made at the end of the accounting period. So, yun yung mga important notes. Now, two steps na lang. Parang 2 steps na lang to. Preparation of post-closing trial balance. So, dito, na-close mo na kasi nakapag-income summary ka na. So, parang, nung tinanggal mo na yung mga expenses, no, parang gumawa ka na din ng mismong balance sheet. Pero naka-trial balance form. Yan trial balance, tapos hanggang capital. So, parang nakagawa ka na ng values para sa iyong balance sheet. Yan. Reversing entry optional siya. So, reversing entry more on sa cash basis ata ito. Yung nag-accrue ka, tapos ang normal na ginagamit yung method naman is cash basis. So, tatanggalin mo yung inaccrue mo nung end of the period. Yung kung ikaw naka-expense method or income method ng pag-record ng mga accruals. Reversing entries are entries reversed. The reverse of adjusting entries. They are prepared at the beginning of the next year period. The reason why reversing entries sometimes called the first step of the next accounting cycle. They are the first entries recorded in the general journal of the next accounting period. Although reversing entries affect only adjusting entries, but not all adjusting entries are reversed. Parang ang depreciation ata hindi nire-reverse. Ano ba yung mga nire-reverse natin? Yung accrual of income, accrual of expenses, prepayments, yung mga prepaid. Then, all remaining adjusting entries need not be reversed, such as prepayment using asset method, di ba? Kapag asset method, hindi na kailangan. Unearned revenue using liability method, depreciation and uncollectible accounts. So, yun yung mga hindi kasama sa reversing entries. Figure 2.12, relationship of adjusting and reversing entries. Okay, last paragraph na. Ang purpose kasi again ng reversing entries, parang kung ano ba yung method mo dati, yun yung gagamitin mo sa next period. Kaya sa optional, kung ikaw naka-cash basis, mag-reversing ka. Pero kung hindi ka naka-cash basis at okay lang sa'yo mag-accrual, no need for that. So, name of adjustment, adjusting entry, reversing. So, reversing entry is the reverse of adjusting entries, of applicable adjusting entries. So, ang accrued income, no? Hindi mo, na-earn mo na, pero hindi mo pa nare-receive. So, babalik ta rin lang, di ba? Pakita nyo. Income account, AR, expense account, AP, kapag prepayment, prepaid expense account, RE, unearned income method. So, unearned income, tapos unearned income sa taas. All the adjusting entries not be reversed. Only the preparation nasaan ako? Prepayment using asset method, under revenue using liability method, depreciation and uncollectible accounts. Nadadali ko na ito. So, yan ang steps ng accounting for service business. Okay, medyo masalimuot, pero we can create naman ito ng worksheet. Kaya naman ng worksheet nito. At least, aware na tayo sa itsura ng mga trial balance at ng mga financial statement. Ano pa ba dito ang laman? So, sa module, tapos na tayo. Kapag pinuntahan natin si 3, meron tayo ditong for bookkeeping, adjusting entries, financial statement, and completing the cycle. Okay. Na-discuss na ba to? Na-discuss na. We will discuss this in class. Yun. Okay, so adjusting entries. Yan, depreciation. Sige. Yan. So, yun. Yun ang module 3. Thank you.